As a college student, I get asked quite frequently, what are you going to school for? I answer as I should, psychology and human-computer interaction, I say. And then they ask, what is that? So I explain what it is, and they remain a little confused and say, well, what are you going to do with that? Are there even any jobs in that? So I reveal that yes, there are jobs in that everywhere, actually, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do with that. User experience and user interface design. And then they remain confused even after I explain what that is. So I would like to take this time now to give a more detailed and clear explanation as to what user experience and user interface design really is. So, user experience is how a person feels when interfacing with a system. This system could be a website, a web application, your phone, your smart TV, your laptop. So let's just stop there and break just that down. User experience is focused on the experience of the user of technology. This experience refers to what is going on in the user's brain when interfacing or interacting with technology and computers. So, user experience design would be designing a system to improve the experience of the user. So user experience designers work with one another in a development team. The development team is faced with tasks by clients who either need a system improved or they need an original base design. The development team discusses ideas and possibilities to complete the given task. They must do proper user and marketing research, as well as conducting testing for their desired designs. Psychology is used in user experience, actually, to improve the user's experience by designing ways to attract users to a particular system. So with a background in psychology, a designer will be more likely to understand the mind of the user, and so then they'll know how to design a system that will work within the user's brain. The final design is then passed on to the user interface designers. The user interface designers are the ones who bring the idea to life. They are skilled in graphic design, so they can be using Sketch or Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator. This is how they bring that idea to life. So oftentimes, though, a user experience designer is also a user interface designer. After the user experience designer does his or her job, they switch gears and become a user interface designer to generate their design. So if you're still a little confused, I'll paint you a little picture, give you a scenario. Let's say a car manufacturer discovers that their touchscreen dashboard is too complicated and it's distracting the drivers. The manufacturer will contact the user experience designers, and the designers will work together to improve the system through user research, marketing research, and they will be conducting proper prototype testing. They must improve the usability, accessibility, and overall system performance to ensure the most simple and easy use design. So it's very interesting how psychology ties into all this. I've heard of sales on a website increasing just because the designers changed the color of the Start Now button. This is the psychology aspect of designing. They knew that the one color, people are more likely to be attracted to that color, causing more people to click on the Start Now button. Another factor in this is making things aesthetically pleasing, or pleasing to the human eye. Ever wonder why Apple is so much more popular than Android? Look at the display on Apple. It's clean, it's fresh, it's new. Android is a little behind Apple when it comes to display design. People want things that look nice. They want it to look clean and fresh and new, which would be done by these designers. These designers are working very hard at Apple, as you can tell. So now that you have some background knowledge on what all of this means, I want you to try to recognize something in your everyday life that would have been created by a user experience or user interface designer. So a good example might be whenever I make a purchase, I have an Apple iPhone. When I make a purchase or install an app on the App Store, a little green check mark pops up and it makes this little ding noise that for some reason I love hearing. It's a very nice, aesthetically pleasing sound and appearance. So there's some psychology. Why do you think they would make it so that when you make a purchase, it's aesthetically pleasing? A user experience or user interface designer would be able to tell you. Of course, they would use psychology to draw people in when they make a purchase. They want you coming back for more. They want you buying more things, making more purchases, installing more apps. So this is the psychology aspect of it all. So just to reiterate, user experience and user interface design's purpose is to improve a system by the means of psychology and human-computer interaction. Human-computer interaction is exactly what that is, learning about the ways that humans interact with computers. So this is all done by improving the user's experience of a particular system. And again, the system can be phone display, laptop display, an application on your phone, a software, a website, smart TVs, infotainment. The spectrum is huge. And there is actually a high demand for this type of work. And I feel personally that I couldn't have chosen a better or more perfect field for me to go into. Everything in this field entails areas that I consider to be my strong points personally. And I couldn't be more excited, and I can't wait to get started on all this very exciting stuff. So thank you, and I hope this helps.